Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, the microphone messiah. I am joined. We got a full house. Would that make me Danny Tanner? I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, the current reigning and sometimes defending podcast champion, Brandon Tanguma, is on the show, along with the agent of chaos, Poison Scarlet. And we are not alone, making his triumphant return to the Bullet Cast airwaves and podcasting for the first time in like a year and a half. Mr. Brian Tronic. Going on?
That's not true. But I'm back again. I'm back again.
We're back again. So what do you want to talk about? Well, what do you want to talk about, man?
You talk about my debut match coming up tonight, live on BTTV.
I thought you were about to say BET for a second. I was like, Tyler just bought it. We're not gonna do that. You know, I'm in the meetings over there real quick. You know, man, he gonna let me run VH1. But nonetheless, happy Juneteenth to y'all. Go check out the newest Black Power ranking that I've released. Recorded it at 5 a.m. No big deal because I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Yes, sir. We're here to talk AEW Collision. It happened on June 17th, Saturday night, live in Chicago at the United Center. The Second City Saint made his triumphant return. CM Punk is back. Hell of a promo. Let me set the scene for you. First off, before we set the scene, the aesthetic of this show, I like it. It felt different. And that's what we needed.
I think it's my favorite walkout of all three AEW shows.
Well, yeah, because, Rampage is just the recycled Dynamite because they record right after. But no, this was nice. Brandon, what were your thoughts on the look of AEW Collision?
I enjoyed the look. At the beginning of AEW's history, we were getting a lot of different staging, and they kind of switch it up. Something we don't really get in WWE because it's always just kind of the same thing. But in past, they've kind of kept the same kind of Dynamite-esque staging for their pay-per-views, and Dynamite obviously has its own look to it, even though they did change it up a couple months ago. But I do agree. I thought Collision's staging looked fantastic. Now, this is probably like the biggest arena they're going to be in. I don't know if it'll look much different once they start going to like these Canadian shows in the next couple of weeks where they're like allegedly drawing like 4,000 people. But I like the look. I like the commentary team as well. Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGinless on the call. Haven't heard them in a few years doing ROH back in the day. But you know me, Kevin Kelly, always my vote for commentator of the year. So hopefully he gets a little bit more votes this year. Now he's calling Collision.
Wow. Him and not me, huh?
Yep.
Oh,
well, he's just, he's calling a little bit more. You are being more active now, Philip. So maybe you meet the threshold to, possibly get a vote this year.
Wow. Okay, I see how it is. Brian, why don't while I try to contemplate what his insult towards me, why don't you tell us how you
on Juneteenth, nonetheless?
Yes, on Juneteenth, nonetheless.
I'm sorry, that's on me.
Juneteenth.
Stop doing that.
I like. I liked the look of Collision. I was a little bit disappointed because I was hoping that they would go for a more Nitro look, but it looked very WWE. It looked like a WWE production to me. It did. AEW's been looking like that for quite some time now, but this really did the trick with the screens in the back, with the big screen up top, and then the two big like rectangle screens on the side. The flooring, the reflection on the flooring with the lights, everything looked nice. I liked some of the shots in the opening match from the crowd, the angles that they used. It just felt really big, looked really cool. I'm happy for them.
As you should be. So CM Punk came out there and he cut his promo. He took shots at the Bucks. What was the line? Counterfeit Bucks?
Oh, he's the genuine article in a world of counterfeit bucks.
Yes. And then
tell me when I'm telling lies. It's become his trademark.
And then he also said, to anyone that feels I owe them an apology, I'm sorry that the only people softer than you are your wrestlers you like. And I was like, ooh, that was nice. But
tell me when I'm telling lies.
Nonetheless, the prodigal son has returned to Chicago. It was a nice promo. He walked out there with that red sack, and some boots around his really
Shout out the Roddy Piper Larry T-shirt.
yes, the boots
Shout out
around
Larry getting his face put over the United Center.
around his neck and whatnot. Yeah, so he alluded to in the bag, like, nobody beat me for this until somebody beats me for this. I'm keeping it. Alluded to it being the AEW World Title that he won. Yeah, he took a couple shots at Max, talked about the dog collar match, and the off camera little promo, like, come get it, Max. And I was like, okay, so we're gonna kind of.
And what did he say about the dog collar match?
What did he say?
He doesn't care. The reason why he deserves the championship isn't because it's a 7-star match. Not exactly. That's not what he said, but because he won the dog collar match.
Yes.
As he should.
Yes. The Young Bucks very briefly changed their
They did.
Twitter bio to, if it were 2018, we'd already have a Counterfeit Bucks shirt available on Pro Wrestling Tees. Kill it, y'all. Which
And
is
why
true.
don't they?
They were doing that. The cease and desist from WWE. They had a shirt out there. That's what they were doing. But all in all, like, Brian, how did you feel about the return promo for Mr. Phil Brooks?
I don't know, man. It was CM Punk. It was good. I'm not too thrilled or too like giddy over anything CM Punk these days, just because it's CM Punk. I know what I'm gonna get. Zaire
disagrees. He loved the promo. I'm with you, Zaire.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. When it comes to a guy named Phil, you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting his promo to go just how it went. I'm just now more concerned of him staying healthy, him having a lengthy time with AEW, and let's make some money. Let's get this feud popping. All right. Absolutely. The Bucks, the Elite, CM Punk.
It's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. I mean,
they're not going to do that.
They're not going to. I mean, you look at it, bro. Nia Jax and Charlotte had a damn near shoot match on television, all buddy. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Brandon, take us through Collision after the CM Punk promo.
Oh, I guess you don't want me and Katie's opinion on the promo?
Yeah, I guess not.
I guess not either.
I thought you guys gave your opinions.
We didn't.
No, we did not. Katie, what did you think of the CM Punk promo?
I loved it. I felt like, he was out there. He was spitting truth. I'm very excited to have CM Punk back. As Phil said, you never know what you're going to get with a Phil. He is he's one of my favorite wrestlers and has been. He works safely. That interview that he did with ESPN, very solid.
Blown out of proportion.
Yes, absolutely blown out of proportion. Everybody was, starting a whisper campaign saying, he's gonna pipe bomb. He's gonna make AEW look bad. It's gonna set everything back. No, that's not what happened. He actually gave a very professional interview. And then he came on. He cut this promo. He was professional about it while still managing to get in the jabs where, audience members who have been following all of the drama know what he was alluding to, but a New Day fan may not necessarily catch that, but still be like, oh, he's here, he's spitting fire. It was good. That's what I have to say.
I mean, after all the drama since All Out, I've been like, maybe a little hesitant to be like, oh, I love CM Punk and everything he's doing. It's definitely the Bucks or the Elite and CM Punk and what they've been up to. No one's really come out looking better. But I mean, once he came out and he started cutting his promo, wasn't the same emotion as when he came out the first time. But I agree with Katie. I really did like the promo. I thought it was what I wanted from CM Punk when he came to AEW. He was just talking shit. He was putting himself over. He didn't give a crap about anything. Compared to his first promo, he was like, oh, well, I mean, kind of his first promo, but kind of just his overall first run of, gee willikers, I don't know if I still have it, guys. I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to work with all the young guys. But this promo was like, I'm the champion. Come after me. I make all the money. I'm a star. and that's what I really like just about CM Punk and like wrestling in general. And also, he came with the buzz cut and with the 434 plaque over my shoulder. Especially with some people booing him, some people cheering him, I do wonder what his character is going to be going forward. He's going to be brash, possibly offensive. I don't know if he's going to be a full-blown heel, but I think we're going to get more of that type of CM Punk going forward. And with the bag, it looks as though we're getting an MJF feud somewhere down the line at All In or All Out or both. Who knows? I do not think we're getting the Elite cmftr feud just because money-wise, there's no real reason for them to do it because they're not like going to make money off the gate from it. And so in the Elite, I think maybe the Young Bucks more kind of see it as like, oh, we don't really care. Screw that guy. And we're just going to live in our little bubble. And I think that's also what gets CM Punk angry because not only are they whatever, top guys, but they're also EVPs and they're not really doing either job.
Yes. If you check the Bulletcast group chat, you will see apparently this is was in the bag of CM Punk.
Hilarious.
My sources tell me. Nonetheless, let's.
I'm a fan.
That's good.
Let's go to the first match for AEW Collision.
The first match we had, actually, correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon, was Wardlow versus Luchasaurus with Christian Cage out in the front. It was
War Daddy.
Oh yeah. I really liked this match. I thought it was a great start.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a decent little match, two beefy men bumping meat. And Luchasaurus ends up getting the win in 11 minutes. And Luchasaurus didn't touch the TNT Championship one time because it was Christian Cage's title. He, was riding Luchasaurus like he's Jungle Boy. And there you go. So what does that mean? Is it just going to be Christian Cage with the title the entire time, but then Luchasaurus just is the one wrestling for it? I guess. I'm okay with it just because the Brian Cage, the Wardlow title run just hasn't really clicked.
It hasn't. No.
Which one?
Exactly.
Right? They keep trying to give him a title and you're hoping that he's going to run with it and do great things with it, but it just hasn't clicked.
He needs a refresher. He needs a refresher.
I feel like if your name isn't Brody Lee, Cody, or Darby Allin as TNT champion, then it's just not a good title reign.
Miro's was good.
Miro's was good.
Yeah, the God's favorite champion. Like
it wasn't long enough.
It needed to. Yeah, well, that's
the gimmick around the championship was good, but was the reign really good?
Well, it didn't. He didn't get time. That's
right.
The problem.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
can you just fix Wardlow if you just turn him heel? I don't think that's
I don't think that fixes him.
But I think it's better.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Should he go back to his like indie style and just like do hurricanranas and whatnot?
Yeah, turn into Bam Bam Bigelow. Cool.
Yeah, I mean he can fly. No, he can move.
Yeah.
I've watched his stuff.
He did that moonsault and I wasn't sure if he was gonna make it. I thought he was gonna like go further than where Lucha was sitting.
Oh no, Wardlow can move around like a cruiserweight. Like it's unbelievable the stuff that he can do.
But then if Wardlow's out there doing it, it's not very impressive when Sam Guevara or whatever higher level guy on the card possibly is doing it.
No, I mean it's still impressive.
He could just get a big guy tag team partner and they could be the new Chronic. Right?
Let's not do just
Chronic for Collision.
When in doubt, turn him heel.
Maybe once Brian Cage gets out of the doghouse.
Hey,
I'm up with Wardlow.
When in doubt, turn him heel. I want to see that.
Because I feel like the Powerbomb Symphony is like a heel thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does feel kind of heelish. I have a hot take. I feel like Luchasaurus is AEW's answer to Kane. Note the similarities. Similar ring style. They both wear a mask. Don't really talk that much. Choke slams. Fire in the intro. Like,
I wouldn't say similarities because like
did Christian Cage impregnate Luchasaurus' mom?
Oh my god.
I wouldn't say similarities because like I've seen Luchasaurus do like some pretty athletic maneuvers and things like that. I mean he's toned it down now that he's a heel and he's wrestling more of as a person his size. But
with him as a heel, it does feel very Kane-esque, at least in my opinion.
I don't know.
I feel like Kane was like very intimidating in his time, and then like Luchasaurus. I mean, it also doesn't help that Luchasaurus came as a face and was a Jungle Boy and did all that stuff, and now he's super angry. He's trying to be a Kane type, but I don't think it's working.
I feel like Luchasaurus is more of the X-Pac version of Kane.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I like that.
If we have to compare him to a Kane, I think that'd be it.
But then even like when Kane unmasks, he kind of reverted back to his old school Kane, and then he kind of, became mayor of Knox County and is tweeting a whole bunch of anti-LGBT.
We really just started talking about Kane on this show. Jesus. To keep up with the Kane talk real quick, I'll say when he took the mask off and we could actually see the emotions on his face and the selling, it did help him for a few more years. Anyway, congratulations, Luchasaurus. Christian Cage holding up the TNT title was funny. I loved it. It reminded me of what tag team won the tag titles, and was it the Miz with Damian Mizdow, and he held up the real ones, and then he Mizdow was the stunt double, so he had fake ones. So don't do something like that. But we could run with this, like Christian Cage just holds up the title all the time, and eventually, if you want to get back to a babyface Luchasaurus, is like, hey, man, what are you doing? Like, why are you holding up my title? Do things like that. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe he can just be as Paul Heyman and just hold it. We don't know. We'll see.
I would be perfectly fine if Luchasaurus never touches that title.
Oh yeah.
He just comes out and Christian is on his shoulders, just holding up the championship. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Same.
Oh man, what else happened on this show?
We had a backstage interview with Powerhouse Hobbs. Also, similar later on, they did one with Ricky Starks, and it's kind of building up the Owen Hart tournament.
Ricky Starks.
So,
oh yes,
that's kind of the big. I mean, it's not really a big hook, but that's kind of the only hook we got for next week. For next week's Collision.
I hear New York is interested in Hook. That's what I hear.
And Taz is interested in New York's interest in Hook.
Oh, of course, as he should be. Apparently there's going to be a new chapter written in the Book of Hobbs. We'll wait to see. Scorpio Sky had a video package play.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It was nice.
Forgot he was still around.
Yeah, another TNT champion. He had the Lakers version of the title, which I'm sure Tronic was a big fan of.
Huge fan of that.
Did you buy one?
I did not.
Oh,
I did not. But I did watch Scorpio Sky on a few editions of the Lakers Nation podcast. I thought that was pretty neat.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scorpio Sky, when he AEW first started, I was like, this guy's a star. He's gonna be, their first black, heavyweight champion and all this. And we've gotten so far away from that. It's unfortunate. He needs to get built back up, man. Because his TNT title run, he won it. I was happy for him, but how long did he have? 3 weeks, a month? Nothing really happened with it. No, that's unfortunate. Sometimes you just need to have a long run. I mean, look at what's going on in the E, man. These long runs can mean something that helps elevate talent.
Absolutely. The E. And not the one in between the A and the W.
I kind of see Scorpio Sky's TNT run kind of similar to Wardlow, where they kind of pushed him as a face. Didn't completely click, but I think the expectations were a little bit lower with Scorpio Sky, so it didn't feel as much of a failure compared to Wardlow's. But I mean, I'm excited to see what he can do. He's a little bit up there in age, so you can't expect him to do too much. But if he's just kind of a guy there, around the mid card or just on Collision all the time, and win some matches but lose most of the top matches, I think that's a decent spot for him right now.
No. What was the next match after the? We got Andrade, El Idolo, and Buddy Matthews, right?
Yeah, not Buddy Murphy, as Dasha incorrectly called him.
Oh, Dasha.
Shout out Dasha. I guess she's the Collision ring announcer now.
Hey, no, I love it. Shout out Dasha.
Yeah, this was, I don't know if I'd say the show stealer, but it was definitely kind of there to be the high octane not flippy flop, but match of the night type. And Andrade wins in 13 minutes. They did a cute little finish where Buddy Matthews does Rhea Ripley's finishing submission, and then they transition that into a figure 4, bridge it into a figure 8. Andrade gets the win. Both guys were what was it? Andrade was selling the shoulder while Buddy was selling the knee. So it was only 13 minutes, relatively short for a spectacle type match, but I thought it was a very good match and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Hey man, sometimes that's all you need. Get it all in there in that amount of time. I felt the pacing of this show went very well also, and I want to talk about that. But yeah, I mean, winning with the figure 8, and then Charlotte going on Twitter and saying a real Latino man taking a shot at Dom Dom.
Yeah,
So
the real Latino man, the real Poppy.
Okay, all right. Brian Tronic is here, man.
Yes,
we needed you last week when Charlotte came back.
Yeah,
I was screaming. I cried. I almost cried. I was this close to crying. Okay, I didn't quite cry, but I was this close. I was so happy.
But no, absolutely, love the Queen. But yeah, no, this was just good. Andrade really getting to show he's still like one of the best to do this, and God, man, he needs to get some gold in AEW.
Matches like this for me made me realize, I mean, we already know, right? But when you watch a match like this take place, it's like, dang, WWE really missed out. Like, just if only, if only they were able to, on a consistent basis, show what they're able to do, right? On that stage. It's a shame, but and I'm not gonna be too. Hopefully, they're able to keep this up, right? Because we've seen Buddy Matthews have some good matches in AEW since arriving, and same with Andrade. So hopefully, it doesn't get too clogged and crowded. Hopefully, it's not a one and done with Andrade and whoever he's got in the House of Black, and then they just go away.
Yeah, Katie, what are your thoughts on this?
I loved it. Getting Andrade back was fantastic. I know that he's been out on injury leave. I remember seeing him in WWE before he came to AEW, and just what a phenomenal talent. It's great seeing Buddy Matthews back. He was also a former WWE wrestler. Watching the two of them lock was just absolutely incredible. They both had that it felt like they both had that spunk, if for lack of a better term. I loved the ending of the match where Andrade was trying to play up the baby card, get the babyface card, get the handshake, and we lose the lights, and all of a sudden all of House of Black is in the ring, and it just, fantastic.
Yeah, it was nice to see La Sombra get a big win.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, do you remember La Sombra? Do you remember them?
I do remember La Sombra back, former IWGP Intercontinental Champion.
Yes.
And then
only 33 years old. So I mean, he relatively, he has about another 10 to 15 years to do this.
So hopefully he can be the one Mexican / luchador in AEW that gets a push.
Yes, we will see. We'll see. Miro returned, big ovation. Wrestled Tony Nese, took him out relatively quickly. Now the way things were going, in AEW, I thought either Andrade or Miro or both were going to make the jump back over to Stamford. But hopefully, with Collision, things have looked up and they can really get some time to shine. Put the international title on Miro. I need God's favorite champion to be back. Or you know what? Make Miro a babyface. Give him back the TNT title. Let's do it.
Maybe they need another title altogether.
No new titles.
No.
They need the AEW Collision Heavyweight Championship.
They need the true TV championship.
Right? Yeah, that's the only one missing, right? Under the Warner umbrella. They need the AEW Dynamite Rampage Collision TBS TNT True TV Heavyweight title. Or should they just have a Time Warner title?
Can't wait for the Max Championship.
Hey, is MJF still the current and only holder of the ring?
Yeah, the Dynamite division ring. Yeah, Only one still. Or wait, or did Orange Cassidy win it?
Well, Max just used it last week, so I would assume. No, I don't know.
Brandon, find this out.
I'm like 95% sure it's only been MJF.
Yeah, it's pretty sure it's only been.
I think didn't Orange Cassidy win like the opening match and then he faced MJF for
That's
it.
right. That's what happened. Yeah.
See, I'm a historian.
There you go. Thoughts on Miro having a big win, nice showing. Quick match over Tony Nese. Katie, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it was essentially a squash match. It was meant to make Miro look good, and it did its job. I'm happy to see Miro back. I love his wife. She's Lana, she was Lana in WWE, but she is CJ Perry.
His hot, flexible wife. His words, not mine.
Very flexible. Well, I mean, she's a trained dancer. But
star of Pitch Perfect and Pitch Perfect 3.
Yes. Yes. Shut up, Pitch Perfect, Anna Kendrick, all that.
Oh yeah. But no, it was a match that was meant to showcase Miro, and it did its job.
Yes.
I agree. I mean, they didn't overstay their welcome. It went like 3 minutes. It was a pretty kind of competitive squash a little bit, but not really. I think with Collision and kind of the semi-brand split with the, CM Punk and people who Tony Khan has beef with, I guess, on Collision, Andrade, Miro, FTR, there's going to be some guys out there who kind of got to prove themselves as draws, as top guys, or however you want to categorize it at. And I'm excited to see what they can do with Miro because, he was getting some traction a couple months ago or a couple years ago. Like I remember, like, what was it? Was it a TNT title match at that All Out that I went to in Chicago against Eddie Kingston? That was a really fun match, and I kind of hope that they can kind of build off of Miro because I think he has the character and the wrestling ability to be a, near the top, if not, one of the challengers for like an MJF championship, for example.
Absolutely. We also had the Outcast consisting of the AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm and Ruby Soho going up against Sky Blue and the NJPW Strong Women's Champion Willow Nightingale. Sky Blue, a Chicago native, so she was
broke the internet.
Yes, broke the internet. She was in her hometown. Got some nice shine. The spray paint backfired. All in all, Nightingale and Sky Blue get the big dubski. Fun match for those in attendance, of course.
What's going on with Saraya? Is she like hurt? Is she just not showing up? What's going on?
So, it's undisclosed what's going on with her. That's what I've heard.
She's on her Bray Wyatt ish right now.
Oh, is she really?
Wait,
what does that even mean?
Well, it's undisclosed.
Well, I mean, at least Saraya had like a match or two that I somewhat enjoyed. Like Bray Wyatt.
Hey. We don't talk bad about Bray Wyatt on the show.
Or Uncle Howdy. Did all that work for nothing.
LA Knight. He lost the match, and look, he's still here, still doing it.
Yeah. But what are our thoughts on the women's tag match, Katie?
I'll be honest with you. I felt like it was a good match, but it felt more like a filler. After the match, I wasn't elated. I love the Outcasts. I love Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue, but it was just missing some sort of spark, in my opinion.
I believe the spark was there, according to that crowd. Spark was all there.
I mean, it's kind of hard when they've been doing the same Outcast stuff for like how many months now? Of you have a singles match, dumb babyface doesn't bring any backup. They beat the babyface down. Babyface gets someone else to make the save, and then they go into a tag match, and then rinse and repeat.
But do the babyfaces normally win on these tag matches?
Well, I think the reason they won was because Sky Blue is from Chicago and they had her mom there.
They called an audible. They saw Twitter. They're like, damn, Sky Blue's getting over right now. We need to change the finish, have Willow and Sky Blue go over.
I mean, in a kayfabe storyline sense, guys.
Oh. I mean, they do kind of need some babyface wrestlers, like some good babyface women's wrestlers. Thunder Rosa was someone who was supposed to, be a part of Collision. Didn't see her this week. So maybe that's something for next week. maybe.
Yeah,
But,
it's a possibility. Let's go to the main event. Only 5 matches on this show. I like that. I like that a lot. That's all you need. CMFTR goes up against the Ring of Honor Television Champion Samoa Joe and Bullet Club Gold, Jay White and Juice Robinson.
We did get an Acclaim promo, but that really didn't do anything.
We did get an Acclaim promo. Shout out to the Acclaim, top of the world.
With Tony Schiavone.
Tony who?
Tony Schiavone's brother. Twin brother.
Oh, well,
he's doing collisions.
Yeah.
I get it. I see. But nonetheless, the main event, Tronic, what'd you think?
It was good. It was good. I won't go too deep into. I won't look too deep.
No, we want Tronic. If he's not going to be here for another 3 months, I want Tronic to just air everything out.
No. Listen. I like the main event. Okay. The only thing is just it just didn't make sense, and I get it. This felt like, all right, we need to get all these guys in a match together. I know that CM Punk is supposed to be more on the heel side. FTR being in the mix. I don't know why. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. I just didn't like it that much because it didn't make sense. That's all. It was a good match, though.
But I mean, CMFTR was kind of a thing before Punk went away, so
yeah,
they're just picking up where it left off, and
it's cool.
Yeah, that's all that is. Samoa Joe.
I didn't like his choice of gear.
What, the long boy? You don't like the long boys?
Nah, he doesn't wear it good.
Isn't there like a story behind it? Like he wears the long boys for like it's intensity. Like he wears the tights for like the bigger matches, and he wears the long boys for like TV matches or something.
What about the shorts? He did the shorts for a little bit too.
I thought he only did the shorts for the dog collar match.
No, he did the shorts for the Eddie Kingston match also.
Also, kind of like another throwback to the Indies type of match.
Yeah, I mean, look, Samoa Joe and CM Punk being in the ring together for the first time in nearly 20 years. That was kind of the big takeaway here. They had that awesome trilogy of matches. I think Kevin Kelly said probably the best trilogy of matches. I wouldn't go that far, because Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair had a trilogy of matches that's still.
Kevin Kelly did call Omega Okada, but
I mean, in terms of series of matches, I mean, there ain't nothing better than Booker T and Chris
And who?
Nothing.
Pegasus Kid?
Yeah.
Father of the year. Anyway, yeah, so I mean, good main event. Can't wait to see where they go from here. I want to see if Max is going to clap back on Wednesday night. Or
the internet tells me that CM Punk is supposed to be on Dynamite, while the Elite are going to do like backstage promos. So they're not going to be there. So Punk is supposed to be there on Dynamite.
We need to stop,
because they're a bunch of little children. And I will be honest, I know this might be my Punk favoritism. I feel as though that's more the Elite than CM Punk.
Yeah, no, it is. We know it is.
100%.
People turning on the Elite?
Did you hear the F the Elite chant?
That's it. That's the other thing. Like, this is Chicago. This might be the most positive reaction we'll get for CM Punk. Because if you go back to the other Dynamites, there were a lot of boos, and I think there were boos in Chicago. But it'll be more prominent once we get to Canada next week.
I think his promo, like, you can like me, you can hate me, you can cheer me, you can boo me. I think what he said in the context of that was nice to set up, the kinds of reactions he's going to be getting forward and thus on. So we'll see. All in all, guys, what is your overall grade of AEW Collision?
You go. I'm gonna say letter grade.
Yeah, letter grade.
He doesn't like what I'm gonna say. I think
give it an A.
I'm gonna give it an A. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Katie.
I'm gonna give it a solid A.
Brandon.
I'm a little lower, maybe like a B plus. I thought it was like just good, solid. I know Philip maybe wanted to talk about the pacing later, but I thought it was just a good, solid debut show. The only thing is they didn't give us like a hook for next week. Like they kind of, they said the own heart stuff, but that really doesn't matter. The main of
wow.
What?
Oh my God.
What?
The own heart stuff doesn't matter.
I mean, does it matter? I mean, is that a real hook for people to watch next week? Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs in a tournament match.
They're doing a tournament for a guy that never worked there. It just it makes sense.
I mean, the match the main event went 24 minutes. With them starting so early, I thought maybe we get some sort of angle or something. You don't need to do like a big angle, but there was no real like, hook for next week. And it was like, okay, like this would have been fine as like a one-off kind of special, but this might be the best we get. I'm just a little scared, to be honest.
I don't know, man. Hopefully the types of matches that are going to be happening on here will carry the show really. And we don't know what's going to be happening with storylines and anything like that. Yeah.
And this is the grace period before college football starts and basketball starts coming back, and especially like, in the early summer, late spring, when the NHL and NBA playoffs start kicking the show around like they did Dynamite.
That is true. I think that's it for Collision. Brian Tronic, you have things you want to talk about before we leave. We haven't had you here in a long time.
So here's the thing. I want to say,
give us your review on WrestleMania.
Yes.
I have not been gone that long, you guys. That long?
You've been gone since WrestleMania.
Sheesh.
I know, right? Well, I saw this dude in Los Angeles, and I haven't seen him since.
Listen, I want to say, Karrion Kross and Scarlett looked very good. Okay, on SmackDown. So glad to see them pairing up. The new finisher looks awesome. I also want to say, I think that's it. Charlotte Flair is the greatest. She will always be the greatest. It's a shame that people think that you thought that they was going to make a nice little title and Charlotte wasn't going to get first dibs. Absolutely. Who is she?
She is the line. Remember that.
She is the line. She's the line. She's the people in it. She is the title.
You remember when I was the lane? You remember that episode? Good times. You have anything else? Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I do want to talk about real quick the bias, between AEW fans and how they are just okay with the stages looking alike, but when WWE does the same thing, everybody want to cry about it. And the stories and the booking, and they want to talk about the character. I see somebody on Twitter talk about the character arc and Jungle Boy and how, the fact that Luchasaurus is out of the two of them is the first one to win a title, but and how this is his arc in his story, and this is perfect. This is great for him, and this could mean big things to come for him. Yeah, but what about Cody, huh? You guys didn't say the same thing about Cody. He got a story to tell too, okay? Just because he didn't win the title doesn't mean he doesn't have a story. That's all I wanted to say.
That
Brian, also get your predictions for Forbidden Door, Money in the Bank, and SummerSlam.
Yes, let's get all your.
I will be back.
Let's just get your predictions for the rest of the. Hey, give me your predictions for 40 Mania 40 right now. Let's just get them all right now.
Roman standing tall.
Yes, sir.
I told you I'll be back. What is it? It's Monday. I'll be back Wednesday, guys. I will.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that right now. So when we release that episode and he's not on it,
right? We're gonna be back.
Oh man, this has been fun.
He smiled.
There you go.
He smiled because you lying.
Shout out Zaire. Thank you guys for listening to this. Happy to have Brian Tronic back. Brian, we're starting a new show called So What Do You Want to Talk About? You're gonna have to come on here and talk about all these things.
Yes,
I'm planning a how to improve AEW podcast for that one. With I have some people who are interested. You need to hop on.
Okay, we'll start with getting Tony Khan the hell out of there. How about
okay. I've said some things about Tony Khan in my day, but I didn't say he just needs to leave. I didn't say any of that.
I'm kidding. I love you, Tony.
Yes. Shout out Tony Khan. Thank you guys so much. We will be back. We record Wednesday, but Thursday you will hear from us. We're going to recap, what happens on Raw, the news throughout the week, the bloodline falling apart. Oh God. I need to regroup my family.
RIP the bloodline.
Yeah, my family's in shambles right now. I need to go have a meeting with Big Goose and them. Thank you all for listening to this. We'll see you Thursday. Be safe and stay dangerous. Yes, sir.